Hey, what's up, citizens? This is President Vochelli, and today I'm going to be covering the new information released about Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And this is going to be the news from October, courtesy of Coro Coro. And yes, I got the translations of the magazine pages from Cerebi.net. Absolutely love that site. But hey, there's quite a few things, including Mega Evolutions, and let's see, one really nifty feature, which we'll get to. But first off, I like to start off small. Just get the smaller news out of the way first. So that smaller news is going to be about the multi-nav, which is just the equivalent to the PSS in Pokemon X and Y. It'll have all the regular apps for online play, Pokemon Me. I believe Pokemon Me is coming back. And the Pokedex. But there's one interesting thing with the Pokedex specifically, because apparently you can register Pokedex information by encountering, Pokemon outside of battles and outside of catching them. Like if you have any Pokemon sprites that you encounter, let's say a Snorlax in the road, you'll be able to get the information on it just by interacting with it. Apparently, you can also sneak up on Pokemon and get their information. So, yeah, some new tools in the Pokedex. So that's kind of cool. We'll see how much that changes the game, but whatever. So another thing, this wasn't announced in Coro Coro, but they still have a nice image of it. But Mega Rayquaza. Just look at it. It's cool. And for those of you who have not heard about it yet, Mega Rayquaza is, let's see, there wasn't anything announced about its stats, but it has a very nifty ability called Delta Air or something. Let me look it up really quick. Delta Stream, which cancels out all weather effects, including the strong sunlight and heavy rain from Primal Groudon Kyogre. And it also makes it so any attacks that would normally be super effective against flying type Pokemon, it's normally effective, and that's cool. And there's also going to be big story significance to Mega Rayquaza, and so on and so forth. I'm looking forward to using this thing. Now I'm going to be going on to other Mega Evolutions that were announced, and of course my own thoughts on the strategy that can be used with them. The first off is Mega Beedrill. Now this was a surprise because Beedrill has been forgotten for so long because it's just so bad. I'll give you the base stats of Beedrill. HP of 65, defense of 40. So it's not surviving any hits. Special defense 80, so might be able to get that. No special attack whatsoever, 45. Speed is poor with 75. Especially since it doesn't have any bulk to take a hit. And attack is only decent at 90. Yet you don't use this thing. But its Mega Evolution is going to increase its attack and speed. The problem is, since its speed's so low, in order to get it really good, significant investment, for the 100 extra base points has to be made just into speed. And then there's not a whole lot to be made into attack or any other things like defense or HP. But I think with the Mega Evolution, it might just carve out a small niche, because the cool thing about it is it gains the ability Adaptability, which increases the power of stab type moves to 2 times normal damage instead of 1.5 times. So with increased attack and adaptability, you can use things like Poison Jab and X-Scissor, and that'll do a pretty good amount of damage. So, but some interesting things I was thinking about was, first off, an attack called Fell Stinger that Beedrill can learn, which it only has a base damage of 30, but if it knocks out your opponent the attack of your Beedrill will rise sharply. So that would be a nice boosting move, especially considering it can learn Swords Dance. So it'd be very situational. Let's say that. It's just a thought that came to mind. But anyways, I think what's going to be really interesting to use though is U-turn, because with Beedrill that's stab, and then it gets 2 times the normal damage. That is ridiculous. You can just switch it out whenever you want. Hopefully with the speed increase, it should be able to outspeed most things, and then just do a huge chunk of damage. Oh my god, that I'm looking forward to that actually working, because Beedrill needs some love. Beedrill's cool, but it just needs some love. And finally, just look at that design. Nice. Stingers everywhere. You would not want to be stung by this thing, obviously. So, the next Mega Evolution is going to be Mega Pidgeot. And just look how badass this thing is. Oh my god. Just the delightful blue just mixed in with its color palette. I like the overhead shot right at the top that shows all the colors mixing together. But anyways, for the competitive viability of this thing, unfortunately kind of gets a short end of the stick, because the main stat increase for it is going to be special attack. And yeah, there's special attack flying type moves are kind of weird. I think they're they aren't used too much. But Pidgeot gets Hurricane, which that's really cool. When I apologize, I forgot to mention its ability, which will tie into the move Hurricane. Its ability is No Guard. Like Machamp's ability, it lets its attacks, your attacks, hit 100% of the time, but also your opponent's attacks hit 100% of the time. Now this benefits Pidgeot because the special attack increase and 100% accuracy, it can use Hurricane, which is absolutely amazing. It does a base of 110 damage plus stab, and 30% of the time it's going to make your opponent confused. Again, that's pretty good. But unfortunately for Pidgeot, it doesn't really have anything else. I mean, it has Air Slash, which if you have Hurricane, why use that? Hyper Beam for stab. Round for some double shenanigans. The only other non-normal or flying type special move that I can learn is Heat Wave, but that's a transfer only move. Oh, it can also learn Ominous Wind, excuse me. But also transfer only. Oh, and Mud Slap, in case you want that. But I really hope it gets a speed increase too, because its base speed is only 101. Which, it's good, but there's so many things that can outspeed it. Yeah, we'll have to see how Pidgeot, how that turns out with the special attacking flying type setup. Anyways, moving on. That's it for the new Mega Evolutions, but Mega Latios and Mega Latias, which, to the Pokemon Company, they're considered new, even though they were hacked out of X and Y a long time ago. But yeah, now they are officially revealed exactly how they were originally presented in the X and Y hack. Both Latios and Latias are going to look very similar with in their Mega Evolutions. They both have the whole purple super sonic jet fighter thing going on for them. Which is cool. And you can also look on Cerebi at their stats, but they're absolutely ridiculous. Like, oh my god. Like, because attackers are easier to get your head around. Mega Latios has an attack of 130 and a special attack of 160. And if that's not bad enough, defense of 100, special defense 120, HP of 80, is going to be able to take quite a few hits, and then a speed of 110, so it's able to outspeed a lot of threats. Oh my... This thing's going to Ubers. That's for dang sure. But you know, just the announcement of these two is not what's exciting. It's what they can do in the game. Because if you look to the screenshots at the top, you'll notice your character's flying around on them. And yes, you actually fly around and explore Hoenn in the skies. Just okay, that is cool in and of itself. That's you know, a whole new way to travel, get a nice view of the landscape, and get to where you need to go. But this is where the cool thing comes in. You can meet legendary Pokemon when you fly around. Now, these are going to be non-event legendaries only, so, you know, things like Darkrai, you're not going to meet them up in the sky. But, yeah, you find islands in the sky, and you can have a legendary Pokemon on them, and then you battle them, and you can catch them. Now, again, that's really cool, especially for people who are newer to the Pokemon, because, you know, now they can get their own legendaries, their own legit legendaries. And if it's if these legendaries are like an X and Y, they should have at least 3 perfect IVs. You know, so you can also make some good competitive legendaries, you know, in this game, and that's amazing. Again, I'm just very impressed. They're having a whole bunch of new features in this game, and I'm very looking forward to it. Now, some of you may be interested to know that Latios, you can only get that in Omega Ruby, and Latias, you can only get that in Alpha Sapphire. But apparently an item called the Eon Ticket is coming back, where you can get the other one in your game. Like Latias can now be got in Omega Ruby if you get this Eon Ticket. So yeah. Again, some very interesting announcements, like with the Mega Beedrill and Mega Pidgeot. But yeah, definitely, definitely flying around the sky and searching for legendaries is going to be my favorite feature. But yep, this is all the information that's been announced so far. If anything else significant comes up, I will make a follow-up video to this. So hey, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click that like button. It's the logical thing to do. And that is it. This has been President Vochelli, signing off.